learned how to write CSS code and some HTML code in our previous video. So today we are going to be using those code to create something, and we choose a login page. So let's get started. I've created a folder called GS class 3 in my desktop. Can create that now. GS class 3 and name this index. Name the file index.html. So you write HTML, then you click on tab to bring out the structure. We're going to call this login page. Okay. So let's view this in our browser. See, the login page is displaying at the top of the website at the nav. Okay, let's continue. So in the body we are going to write a div. We're going to write a div tag to wrap our code. Don't forget, div is a block level element that you can use to wrap your code. So we're going to write a div tag. Then inside the div tag we have h2 x login page. Let's save this. Do this in our browser. PBS login page. So we want this text to be at the center. To do that, we can just wrap everything inside a center tag. Center. Use CSS, but whichever you prefer, you can use it. For now, we are using HTML to push it to the center. Then so everything will be at the center. JS login page. So we want to use internal styling to look beautiful. To do that, you write style, then come here, click. Okay, give this a class called. There's the general div that is wrapping all of our code. So give this a class called main div. Okay, dot to target a class, while hash is to target ID. We'll discuss more on ID in our next video. So main div. This main div will give it a width of 50%. We want it to be 50% the width of our screen. That's what it means, 50%. Then background color of gray. Let's say gray. Then let's open this in our browser. French. You notice we have a width of 50%, now background color gray. That's why it appears like this. We want this thing to be at the center. We don't want it to be sideways. We want it to be at the center of our screen. So to do that, we give it a margin auto to push it to the center. Refresh your browser, it comes to the center. Now this color is too dark. Just copy this color right away. You can check out bunks of color codes to be more convenient with color code. I'll put a description. Okay, let me just copy this code right away. This is the color code for a lighter background color, gray color. So you can, I'll drop a link in the video below so that you can add some different color code. Yeah, this color is okay. Now we want to, don't forget what we are creating a simple login page. So we want some inputs. We're going to wrap it inside a div tag. Don't forget, div is a block level element that you can use to wrap text, to wrap your codes, to make it neat and easy to style. So we have inputs. We have some inputs inside the div. Input, we want it to be input type to be email because we're creating a login page that will be requiring email and login for login. So we want the type to be email. Then name. Then the next one input. Then tab. We want this one to be password. Then don't forget, this is a attribute type. This is the type attribute inside the input tag. Attribute and the type attribute have different types of value. It has the email. This one only allows email. It has the password. This one only allows password. That's why when you're typing inside this one, let's save and view it in our browser. When you're typing inside this one, you don't see the text. It will appear to be in the password. Why this other one? If you're typing inside, you'll be seeing the text. That's because it's email. Then we want these two inputs to be in the same line, so we are going to break the line with line breaks. BR HTML tag called BR to break the line. So we should have it into the now. Refresh. So let's keep going. We want a button. We're going to put this inside its own div to make it more neat. Button. Tab, give us the button, then submit. Okay. Don't forget, whenever you're writing in creating a login page like this, you can use you should always put this inside a form tag. Copy this code. We'll discuss the reason in our future video why you should always do that. Okay. So sorry. Okay. Then we want this to be here. Tab is one too. Make it neat. Okay, refresh. We have it inside our form tag now. You want to make this thing look, want to increase the size of the inputs. Then give some margin to make it look good. To do that, we can target this form class. We can give this a class called Okay, now give it a class called form. Then bring it here. Use the dots to target class form. We want the input, all the inputs inside this form. So you can target it like this. Input is we fetch just this input, So we want the input width to be 80% of the parent div. 80% of this done. Don't forget, this one is taking the width of this 100%. This one is taking the width of we already given this one 50%, so it's taking 50%. This one is taking one of this one, while this one is taking 50% of the body. So refresh your browser. We have the width 80%. Then we want some margin button in the input. Margin button to be 10 pixel. To push it downward. The margin button is used to push, to create space in between the inputs. Then we want height to be 10 pixel. Okay, let's try 20 pixels. 20 pixel. Notice there is a line when you click on the input. There is one black line that is rounding the input. So we want to remove that black line. We don't want the black. To do that, we are going to write outline to be none. It should remove it. Outline none should remove it. So when you click on here, you won't see it again. So once the name of the input to be displayed inside. So to do that, we write placeholder. We want email here. Email. Then here placeholder 2. We want password. Then we want to change this color to this button to a blue button. So give this a class. We are going to give this a class and call it we'll call it submit underscore btn. Submit btn. So we want a background color of blue. We want a color of white. We want a border of 1 pixel solid green. Okay, the solid here. Okay, let me make this obvious. Let's change this to 4 pixel. Size to be 20 pixel. Okay, let's let's continue. Refresh. The reason this thing is straight is because we are using dash, so it's taking a full dash. So but we can also use we are using solid, not dash. That's the reason it's straight, but we can also use dash, D-A-S-H-E-D, dash, instead of dotted. So it will be dash, 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 just like that, to give you the display you want. Okay, let's just leave this like this. What we want to do now is to change the color of this part, the H2. We want to change the color, so we can just write to H2. This way affect all the H2 in this page. H2 colored blue. You refresh, the colors changes to blue. So let's add, this text looking awkward. Let's just change this to solid, then green, 1 pixel. Okay, this is better. Okay, we want to add a forgotten password paragraph. So to do that, we can just write a new div here, div, then this p tag, which is p tag, then forgot password. Tag, say forgot password, login, So refresh your browser. See, the forgotten password is taking its own new line. Okay, we want to keep some distance between this email and password. They are too close to each other. To do that, we can just come here to increase the size, to increase the margin bottom to 20 pixel. We increase it times 2. Then we want the height to also increase. We increase the height to 30 pixel. So if you notice the text are very close to the border, we want to push it forward. We want to make the text come forward. So to do that, we are going to use padding inside the same input tag, inside the same input CSS. Don't forget we are targeting this input with this one form input. So we're going to use padding with 10 pixel, padding to be 10 pixel, then 20 pixel. This one is affecting the top and the bottom, while this other one is affecting the side, the left and right. So it's going to take 10 pixel here, then 20 pixel, 10 pixel top and bottom, here, left and right. So that's the end of this tutorial for the sign up page. The next sign up page we are going to be creating, the next login page we are going to be creating is Facebook login page. We're going to create something similar to Facebook login page. That one will be more complex compared to this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, support us by subscribing. We really appreciate it.